Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The King in Waiting, Nigel Farage. He has been busy. He's been out and about and pushing the message. Various meet and greets. Shaking hands, kissing babies, doing the media rounds, talking to the Fourth Estate, and so forth. And he's been pushing his plans for what he's calling mass deportations. He says you can't deport everybody. That is just not going to happen. He says. But we do need to deport the illegals. He said they need to be rounded up. He says, and he's got plans to get rid of them. And that includes all sorts of legal and actual physical methods. And of course, this guy is going to be the winner of the next general election. All things, staying as they are. But he's got this plan, a blueprint, I suppose you could call it, for the country. It's called Operation Restoring Justice. He wants to pull us out of the Human Rights Act, European Court of Human Rights. He wants to have basically a British charter, not going so far as to call it a constitution. I know this maybe we should have a constitution. I think we should have a written constitution. Everything's clear in black and white. But we are going to withdraw from the European Convention on Human Rights. And it's going to enable, he says, us to deal with what we are seeing now, which is an immigration time bomb. So he wants all illegals. As soon as they arrive, they're illegal. Even if they're here illegally, they're still illegal. Rounded up and flown out. And he's proposing 5 flights every day until there are no more illegals in this country. He's also going to tell the naval chiefs they have to patrol the channel, and they've got to keep pushing the boats back. He says anyone who employs illegals will be facing massive punishments, fines to begin with, but eventually board members being jailed if they keep doing it. That'll concentrate their minds, wouldn't it? He says, but he wants hundreds of thousands of illegals removed. He also wants to tighten up the legal route of immigration. He says he accepts we need immigration. He says accept that there's no problem, he says, with immigration if you're getting the right people who are not a drain on society. And so he says they haven't got the final plan yet. He says, but they're going to draw up what conditions are needed if you want to come to Britain. I mean, absolutely, we'll have a golden visa. Don't mind that. You turn up, you put £1 million in, boom, you can come in, and you get your permit to be here. But he wants to also change the thing so you don't automatically become a citizen. You don't automatically get the vote, right to vote or anything like that. And there's various time frames. So you come in for, say, the first 5 years, you've got to have private medical insurance. You can't use the NHS, for example. You're not eligible for benefits for the first 5 years. Through the legal route, this is. After 5 years, if you've contributed, work, paid your taxes, then you start getting things. But he said, but it's 10 years. He says, something like that. He said, you can access like the NHS after 5 years. You've paid in, that's fine. He says, but you still don't get the right to vote until a much later time. It's basically making it difficult. And that's quite right. Absolutely right. If you go any other country, you've got to jump through hoops. Massive, massive hoops. So why should we be the easy game? Let's make us one of the hard ones. Then they can all stay in France and enjoy the benefits of French hospitality. Why not? He does. He married a Frenchie, didn't he? But, he does not want to empower open borders. He wants to give our borders teeth. And that's what he's pushing for. And he's going to make it an absolute criminal offence to enter the country without documentation of any kind. So even if you're here illegally, as long as you've got your passport, you're just going to get deported. If you don't have any papers, that's a further criminal offence. And there's all sorts of things he's proposing. And that's all very fine and pleasant. But I'm going to tell you now, if Labour or the Tories, and I think really the Tories themselves, they'd have done that 5 years ago, they'd still be in government, Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.